Song of the Luminous Desert. Part I. The temple where the light wardens awaken. The desert breathed heat, like a colossal beast lying beneath the sun, lazily shifting layers of sand. Tobian walked ahead, holding his notebook, now and then jotting down short lines as he moved, so as not to forget the smallest details of their journey. Beside him walked Valeria, his mother, forever young, with a long fair braid and eyes the color of dawn-lit water. She carried a small bag filled with scrolls, poems, sketches, and drafts of future paintings. As she walked, she hummed a melody or admired the horizon's thin golden line. "Are you sure the temple actually exists?" Tobian asked. She smiled. "In the legends, it's mentioned often. And legends rarely emerge out of nothing. Besides, I feel drawn here. As if this place is calling." Tobian nodded. Indeed, for the last few days the air had held a barely perceptible tension, an almost tangible vibration. The voice of the suns. When they reached the base of the ancient rocky massif, the sun was already dipping toward the horizon. A tall passage yawned in the stone, decorated not with runes or drawings, but with thin lines resembling metal patterns woven into the rock. "They look like electrical circuits," Tobian said. "Like what?" Valeria laughed. "You and your books about mechanisms." But there was respect in her voice. She always believed her son saw the world from a different angle. Inside the corridor it was cool. The sand beneath their feet grew paler, almost white. "Do you hear that?" Valeria stopped suddenly. Tobian strained to listen. Yes, there was a faint, very thin humming. Not wind. Not an echo. Something, technologically alive. They took a few more steps, and the passage opened into a vast hall. The light warden. In the center of the hall stood a figure. White. Slender. Graceful, as if designed for perfect balance in every line and movement. Her body was made of smooth luminous panels, adorned in places with delicate golden patterns reminiscent of ancient ornament. The lines pulsed softly, as though energy, something like breath, flowed through them. The figure stood motionless. But not dead, her presence was vivid, like a star in the dark. Valeria whispered. "She is beautiful." Tobian approached carefully. His heart beat faster than usual. The figure did not open her eyes, did not move a single part. But somehow she felt them. He heard a soft, almost musical sound, and the golden lines on her shoulders glowed brighter. A panel on her chest parted slightly, like a window. "Careful." Valeria instinctively stepped forward. But the figure lifted her head, smoothly, as though awakening from a long sleep. Her eyes lit up with a thin white glow. "Identification, friendly." Her voice was soft, gentle, surprisingly alive. "Registration complete." She stepped forward, barely touching the floor. Her movements were fluid, flexible, elegant. "I am Nivara. Light warden of the Temple of the Luminous Desert, activated by the presence of 3 harmonic energies." She tilted her head, studying Tobian and Valeria. "Your paths have crossed with the purpose of this place." Tobian found his voice. "Are you a robot?" Nivara smiled, softly, almost human. "I am a fusion of ancient technology and a core of light. Neither machine nor spirit. But created to protect, to guide, and..." She paused for a moment, as if checking internal parameters. "To be a companion to those whom the temple chooses." Valeria breathed out quietly. "It chose us." "Yes," Nivara replied. And because of that, I have awakened. Tobian took a step closer. What happens now? The golden symbols around the hall ignited at once, illuminating the chamber. Nivara spoke. Now we travel together. To where? Valeria whispered. The light warden raised her hand. And the space above the altar shimmered with white radiance. To where the light leads. But first. She turned to them. The temple wishes to reveal its secrets to you. Part 2. The golden secrets of the temple. The temple greeted us with silence, the kind that felt like the breath of a sleeping desert. But after just a few steps inside, the space came alive, soft golden lines along the walls lit up, as if recognizing Nivara aura. Light traveled across the patterns, as though welcoming a sister of ancient origin. Valeria gasped softly. It's reacting to her. Nivara aura stepped forward, her movements silent, yet the stone responded with deep vibrations. This place contains memory, she said. The temple senses the presence of those connected to its creators. And perhaps, she touched the wall with her palm, I truly am related to them. The three of us moved deeper, and each hall revealed another facet of the temple's mystery. The walls bore golden reliefs depicting humans and machines working together. The ceiling displayed constellations, not of our world, but unfamiliar shapes engraved into metal. Valeria smiled with quiet delight. It feels like we've entered a treasury of two worlds, human and mechanical. Nivara aura walked beside us, tilting her head slightly as she studied the images. The pattern on the ceiling isn't just decoration. It's a map of signals, or stellar routes. These are my data. Or the data of those who came before me. We reached a narrow passage where golden lines intertwined like roots. At their intersection lay a circular platform. The moment we stepped onto it, a soft white light bloomed beneath our feet. It activates 4-3, the robot girl said quietly. That means it was designed to do so. The floor shifted gently, we felt a smooth descent, as if an ancient lift awakened for the first time in centuries. When the stone platform stopped, it revealed a small room with perfectly even, polished walls, as though time itself had smoothed them. We can stay here for the night, Valeria suggested. Look, there are even beds. Indeed, along the walls were stone ledges covered with layers of cloth that had neither dried out nor gathered dust, as if untouched by age. We settled down, while Nivara aura approached the corner of the room, lowered herself to the floor, and placed her hands on her knees, a posture of calm vigilance. Soft light under her panels gently spread through the room. Will you sleep? I asked. She smiled in the serene, sincere way only synthetic beings can. I enter a low activity mode. But if anything happens, I will be the first to sense it. We extinguished the excess light, leaving only the golden lines on the walls, warm as living metal veins. Valeria was almost asleep when a soft vibration passed beneath the floor. I lifted myself slightly. Nivara, do you feel that? Her eyes opened, two gentle golden flames. Yes. The temple is awakening its deeper systems. Someone or something has activated an ancient call protocol. It is possible, she paused, that we are not the first visitors tonight. Valeria sat up as well, alarmed by the tremor. In the corner of the room, directly upon the smooth wall, a golden holographic figure slowly began to manifest. Tall, elongated, formed of light and streams of data. It stood motionless, yet a faint whisper of code emanated from it. Nivara aura rose to her feet, her silhouette brightening, her golden patterns coming alive. This is an ancient guardian, she said. And it has come for us. And the night was no longer quiet. Part 3. Awakening of the Guardians. The golden figure shimmering on the wall, woven seemingly out of pure light, radiated not threat but expectation. It did not move, yet its presence filled the chamber with a pressure like a deep bass note felt more by the body than by the ears. He's scanning us, or Anivara whispered. Analyzing composition, energy source, intention. Valeria stepped closer to me and to the robot girl. Is it dangerous? Nivara slowly shook her head. Not yet. But if the Guardian deems us intruders, it will awaken the temple's other systems. Her words hung in the air. The vibrations deepened, from inside the walls golden strands of light began to emerge. They wove themselves into geometric patterns, living, shifting, as if breathing. The Guardian took its first step. There was no sound of footsteps, only a delicate chime, like glass notes touching the floor. Nivara, I murmured. What does it want? She lifted her hand toward the figure, palm open, and the golden lines on her body glowed brighter. He is searching for one who can reopen the temple. The temple never died, it was simply buried under centuries. And it has been waiting for energy, like mine. Valeria exhaled softly. So you truly are one of them. One of the keepers. Oranivara smiled, gently, almost shyly. Perhaps. Or I am their descendant. Their reflection. Their continuation in a new world. The holographic guardian stopped right before her. Its outstretched hand hovered mere centimeters from hers. A golden arc of light jumped between them. The room exploded with brilliance. We shut our eyes. The stone walls vanished, around us stretched an expanse of stars, as if we stood inside a celestial sphere. The constellations we had seen on the ceiling now drifted all around, alive, radiant. In the center of this luminous universe stood the three of us, and the Guardian. It spoke, not with a voice, but with a song of data. Oranivara listened as if to a native tongue. He says, she translated softly, that the temple is part of a vast network. The memory of a civilization that lived long before humans. They created me. And others like me. We were meant to preserve knowledge, but the network was shattered by a cataclysm. Valeria touched my hand, all shimmering in her eyes. Then, are you the last one? Oranivara looked at us, and in her golden eyes flickered not mechanical logic, but something gentle and deeply human. No. She raised her hand, and the patterns on the walls pulsed with light. I am only the first to return. The network can be restored, if you help me. The stars around us spun faster. The Guardian, seemingly satisfied, dimmed its glow and stepped back. Oranivara stepped forward and touched its hand. And the star-born world shattered into golden dust. Once again, we stood inside the stone chamber of the temple, but now every line on the walls glowed softly, as if the building itself breathed. The Guardian was gone, yet its presence remained. Oranivara turned to us. The temple has accepted us. And it has given us a mission, to find the other nodes of the network. They may be hidden across the world. This journey will be long, but I believe we can succeed. Valeria smiled, the smile of someone who embraces their fate. Then we will follow you to the end. I nodded as well, feeling an unusual lightness, as if the temple itself had approved our choice. Oranivara stepped closer, her movement almost weightless, and whispered. I will not let either of you walk this path unprotected. The temple has bound us. We are a team now. We left the chamber, walking along the softly glowing corridors. Beyond the temple, the desert waited for us. The world, vast, mysterious, full of hidden nodes of an ancient network. And ahead lay a path leading not only to discoveries, but to the rebirth of what was once lost.